Welcome, welcome. We're back today on this fine Saturday morning, and I had the most craziest dream last night. So I appeared in this school. It was some type of weird school, and I was with this guy. I think he was like my tour guide or someone that I was supposed to stick with the whole time. So we got to the school, and it was like an orientation class, a bunch of students. Okay, this is in a middle school, but it was full of grown adults. It was full of grown people. So I seen a bunch of adults, grown people in the orientation classroom, and I was standing here with my guide, my tour guide, and I said, "Hey, is it okay if I go on the tour?" And he looked at me. He said, "Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure you come back." And I said, "Okay, I'll be right back." So I'm walking around, and I get to this one hallway. As you walk further down the hallway, it gets darker and darker and darker down this hallway, right? So I get to this one classroom. Like, there's a bunch of classrooms. Some doors are open and some doors are closed. So I get to this one classroom where the door was open, and it was a principal. I knew he was a principal. I knew he was in charge of the whole school. So the principal, he was in the classroom with the student and two other teachers. So they were talking, and all of a sudden, the principal punched this guy in the face, punched him right in the mouth, knocked him down. The principal picked up his desk, and he just started beating this guy with his desk over and over and over. He wouldn't stop hitting him with this big, heavy desk. I don't know how the skinny man picked up this desk, but he kept beating him with the desk. And the teacher stood up. I thought the teachers, they were going to help, but no. They started picking up desks. They picked up the little desk that you sit at, the students sit at, and they threw desks at him. They threw chairs at this guy. This one principal, one lady was throwing books. Everybody just started beating this dude over and over again, and they just wouldn't stop. And I was in the hallway. I couldn't even go in. The guy, he was like begging for help. He was like, "Please help me." He was looking at me like, "Please help me," reaching his hand out like, "Please help me." And I was like, "Look, I couldn't even go inside the room because it was something blocking me from going inside the room. I couldn't even go inside." So then the teacher and the two teachers and the principal, they stopped. They paused and they looked at me, turned right back around, and they just kept beating this guy over and over again. They was just beating this guy, and they wouldn't stop hitting him. They wouldn't stop beating him. And I was like, what type of place is this? I'm confused. So this big, tall dude, he was wearing a suit. He was walking down the hallway. He was behind me. He walked up to me and he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "What are you doing here?" No, he said, "Why are you here?" He said, "Why are you here?" And I looked at him. I said, "Oh, I'm just here for a tour. I'm just going on a tour." And he said, "Oh, okay, keep it moving." And I just kept walking. I said, "You know what? It's time to go back." So I went back to the guy, the tour guide, and I was like, "It's time to go." I was like, "I'm ready." I told him I'm ready. He said, "Let's go." Then I woke up. That was the most craziest dream I ever had. I had other dreams. I feel like it wasn't a dream. I feel like it was a real place, but it's kind of weird. I had other dreams that I would love to share with you all. I've seen the most craziest things. Yes, I have. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you give me the likes. Thank you.